Hello there everyone and welcome to TVS Nightline, here with me, Shel Shaminator, and as always, thank you for joining us tonight. Now on to the headlines. Now, the fate of the homeless during the COVID-19 pandemic will not be forgotten. Meanwhile, the Sarawak Welfare Department, or JKMS, continues to provide proper services to the said group. A new approach to homelessness could be a game changer in order to reap its full benefits.
The Minister of Welfare, Community Wellbeing, Women, Family and Childhood Development, Datuk Sri Fatimah Abdullah, said instead of placing them at a halfway home called Anjong Singgah, they were given food and sleeping bags for their comfort.
Pengalaman kita bersama dengan gelandangan, kita mendapati bahawa mereka tidak suka ditempatkan di rumah Sri Kenangan ataupun di mana-mana rumah kebajikan. Mereka sangat menitik berat dan menghargai kebebasan mereka. Jadi mereka mahu bebas. Jadi dengan itu kita telah merancang. Dari segi jangka panjangnya, kita akan tempatkan mereka di temporary transit center sahaja, iaitu di mana mereka boleh pergi ke tempat tersebut untuk tidur, tetapi pada siangnya mereka akan bebas. Jadi maknanya mereka tidak akan ditempatkan di institusi.
Fatimah added the ministry had identified 4 zones comprising 13 locations with homeless people in Kuching district. Among the locations are India Street along the Sarawak River in Kuching and Padungan Street.
Meanwhile, in Sibu, a homeless transit centre has been reactivated to place the homeless there throughout the movement control order period. According to Datuk Sri Fatimah Abdullah, food and basic necessities were also provided at the centre. Furthermore, all the homeless will be brought there to have their health screened.
Di rumah mereka kerajaan dan di situlah mereka akan ditempatkan. Jadi mereka akan diberi makan, minum, tempat tinggal sementara sehingga PKP ataupun MCO ini telah ditamatkan. Ini perkhidmatan yang kita buat untuk gelandangan. Ada orang bertanya, why are we paying attention to the homeless? Bagi sebuah masyarakat dan sebuah kerajaan yang prihatin, kita nak pastikan orang yang ada yang tertinggal daripada menerima perhatian dan tindakan yang sewajarnya.
In the same development, Fatimah revealed that the Homeless Transit Centre was the first to be launched in Sibu and is still being renovated. It is expected to be ready next February. However, the project was postponed due to the MCO and the completion date will be set back. She said the place will be used as a transit centre to provide the homeless with a proper place to shower and wash their clothes.
Meanwhile, the setting up of digital community centres, or DCC, in the state is to empower the skills and abilities among younger generations in rural areas. This is to ensure that they will not be left out from the mainstream digital economic transformation.
The main goal of DCC is to strengthen skills and abilities in young talents in line with the transformation of Sarawak's digital economy. Equipped with facilities such as internet services, laptops, tablets, online conferencing, the digital community centres set up at burial and urban areas have garnered positive reviews.
Aktiviti itu dapat meningkat kemahiran kami establish mula aktiviti macam tu. Aktiviti macam tu dapat bagi kemahiran kami dengan kawan-kawan kami situ. Kami rasa kami akan berjaya.
Meanwhile, the use of Makerspace, which introduces new technological devices such as 3D printers and Picabots, the device in digital education enhances the understanding among students. Despite being a new emergence, there was no stopping the rural communities.
Aktiviti 3D print ini boleh mendedahkan kanak-kanak dari peringkat awal tentang kemudahan ataupun kegunaan teknologi digital.
Now, faced with the hardships of attaining strong internet access, a group of students in Kampong Pinang, Kota Samaran, proactively made full use of the community internet center for that purpose. At PIK, the students are able to follow home-based teaching and learning conveniently.
TVS went down to the community internet center located in Kampong Pinang, Samarahan, and found that the initiative by the Ministry of Communications and Multimedia turned out to be useful for students in facilitating home-based teaching and learning. According to the manager of Community Internet Center Kampong Pinang, Nazira Ismail, PIK became the students' top choice due to its various services.
Dengan adanya kelebihan pusat internet ni, ada internet, ada komputer, ada tempat yang selesa untuk mereka mengulang kaji pelajaran.
Meanwhile, students preferred to do their homework at the center instead of at home.
Dapat mula kerja rumah rahsia, dapat kemudahan yang tiada di rumah, macam di pusat internet.
Sebab kami pergi internet, sia kemudahannya semua lengkap, lekas sia lain pun laju. Agak-agak temtok kami orang pola kerja dalam online je.
Kini terdapat 129 buah pusat internet komuniti yang ada di luar Bandar Sarawak. Inisiatif di bawah Kementerian Komunikasi dan Multimedia ini ternyata mampu untuk membantu pelajar dalam menjalankan pengajian dan pembelajaran di rumah. Dengan capaian internet yang tinggi dan fasiliti yang lengkap, ini dapat membantu pelajar lebih-lebih lagi di situasi pandemik yang melanda negara kita sekarang. Saya, Dayu Edrus bersama juru kamera Fikri Razak melaporkan untuk TVS.
Meanwhile, the Puncak Borneo parliamentary constituency will have wider telecommunication coverage of up to 98% soon. This was revealed by Deputy Plantation Industries and Commodities Minister Willie Mongin.
Willie, who is also Member of Parliament for Puncak Borneo, said there are currently 75 telecommunication towers already in operation in the constituency, with approval being given for an additional 27 4G telecommunication towers under the National Digital Network Plan, or JENDELA. Apart from that, he said 16 additional communication towers from the Sarawak Multimedia Authority are being built. Meanwhile, Willie said the residents of Kampong Bunok in Jalan Puncak Borneo and in areas within 2 kilometers radius of their village are now enjoying 4G network coverage. Willie said he will continue to provide for the people and upgrade the telecommunication network efficiently and effectively.
Now, a total of 7.9 million ringgit in compensation has been handed over to 46 residents in order to resume the village expansion scheme of Kampong Stunggang, Melayu Lundu. Tanjung Datu Assemblyman Dato' Ahmad Jamila Anu said the compensation is aimed at providing 49 lots with an area of 82.3 acres.
According to him, this SPK project could be implemented smoothly because of the staunch support of the village community and community leader who are always cooperating with the government. He said the program ran smoothly and was completed since last year. However, the check handover ceremony was forced to be postponed following the implementation of the movement control order. Meanwhile, Kuching Division Land and Survey Enforcer Alfian Bawi said more than 200 lots will be equipped with halls, fields, electricity, paved roads and more. Meanwhile, Kuching Division Land and Survey Enforcer Alfian Bawi said more than 200 lots will be equipped with halls, fields, electricity, paved roads and more. The total fund for the aforementioned lots is between 100,000 to 200,000 ringgit, and a lot application must be submitted to the Land and Survey Department for consideration. Furthermore, he said the Sarawak government has lowered the land premium rate by 50%. With regard to this, the premium rate is now set at 2,500 ringgit.
Hello there everyone and welcome back. Now, no decision has been made yet to postpone the Rainforest World Music Festival this year. This was said by the Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture Sarawak, Dato' Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah. According to him, the decision will be based on the advice from the Sarawak State Disaster Management Committee or SDMC.
Pada masa ini belum ada rancangan untuk diposponkan. Kita lebih kurang melihat bahawa kita akan usahakan untuk tahun ini.
He said this during a press conference at the MySSE Football Stay-at-Home online tournament through the PlayStation 4 platform. The tournament will start from February 19 until March 7. It will include 2 Pro Evolution Soccer 2021 categories and target a total of 328 participants, consisting of youths under the age of 40. He also added that the tournament is part of MySS's initiatives to breed professional esports athletes through this platform.
Permainan Pro Evolution, yang ini penting. Pro Evolution Soccer 2021 ini ataupun PES 21 juga adalah salah satu kategori game title e-sport yang akan dipertandingkan sewaktu Sukan Malaysia 2022.
Now, despite the enforcement of the Conditional Movement Control Order, or CMCO, having an effect on economic sectors, business owners are still complying with it. This is to ensure that the COVID-19 situation stays under control. TVS had received comments from traders who appear to have changed their business strategies to ensure the sustainability of their businesses.
Jadi tindakan kerajaan untuk melaksanakan ataupun melanjutkan PKPB secara bersasar ataupun secara keseluruhannya sedikit sebanyak dapat membantu membendung wabak ini terus berkembang biak sehingga menyusahkan lebih parah lagi.
Apa-apa yang diberitahu oleh pihak Jawatan Pengurusan Bencana, kita ikut SOP. Seperti untuk pengambilan suhu, catat nama, nombor telefon, semua kita ada. Titik beratkan benda tu mengikut norma-norma yang baru sekarang.
Meanwhile, for Najib bin Bujang, he admitted that customers are still unsure of the correct business hours during the CMCO.
Banyak-banyak juga yang regular customer yang hendak datang kerana sekarang waktu PKPB masa dilanjutkan hanya sehingga 10 malam. Kerana orang kita biasanya kalau 10 malam dia orang kadang-kadang confused. Dia ingat sekarang masih jam 12.
Now today, Hindu followers across the nation are celebrating the Thaipusam festival. Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin extended his Thaipusam greetings to all Malaysian Hindus and hoped the celebrations this year will continue to foster unity and preserve the country's harmony and prosperity.
Muhyiddin said Thaipusam this year has to be celebrated in moderation without the usual processions like in previous years so as to contain the COVID-19 pandemic. In a Facebook post, the Prime Minister thanked all Hindus for complying with the standard operating procedure by performing the rituals according to the new norms in their respective homes. He added that Thaipusam is usually celebrated in Malaysia with chariot processions journeying to the Hindu temples, bearing the statue of Lord Muruga Kavadis and Paal Kudam or the milk pot Kavadi. Thaipusam is one of the religious festivals for Hindus around the world and celebrated in the month of Thai, the 10th month in the Tamil calendar. Muhyiddin said for Hindus, Thaipusam is an opportunity to fulfill their vows.
Meanwhile, the Thaipusam celebration in Kuching this year was done without a chariot procession, and only prayer sessions were allowed, which were restricted to the public.
Kuching Hindu Temple Association Honorary Secretary V. Kavineshvaran said his party had obtained permission from the Unit for Other Religions, UNI4. However, this year's prayer ceremony is limited to the temple committee members only. The temple gates were ordered to close in order to prevent the public from entering. He explained the prayer ritual was carried out with strict adherence to standard operating procedures.
Setiap tahun pada Thaipusam sebelum ni ada perarakan Kavadi daripada kuil Sri Mahamariman Temple Jalan Road ke kuil Sri Srinivasa Kaliman Temple lah. So tahun ini tiada perarakan. Masa semayang memang kami kena mengikutlah SOP yang ditetapkan, iaitu memakai mask, mengambil suhu jawatan kuasa dan scan pada MySejahtera.
He said this is one of the efforts of the committee in fulfilling their duties during Thaipusam, while at the same time adhering to strict SOPs in order to curb the COVID-19 pandemic. Sambutan Thaipusam di Kuching pada kali ini diakui lebih sunyi namun masih dilaksanakan dengan penuh penghayatan, menunaikan segala kewajipan meski terpaksa akur dengan kebiasaan baru demi melindungi kesihatan dan keselamatan masing-masing. Sekian laporan Odlin Katerni bersama juru kamera Faitullah Morni untuk TVS Kuching.
Now on to the latest COVID-19 developments, as one new death was recorded on Thursday in Sibu, bringing the total death toll to 35 cases. The case involved a 79-year-old local woman who received treatment at Sibu Hospital on January 13 upon having symptoms. The case was found to have comorbidity, which included high blood pressure and dementia. Meanwhile, 171 new COVID-19 cases were recorded in Sarawak, with 77 in Sibu, 43 in Miri, 25 in Dalat, 12 in Bintulu, 10 in Kuching, 2 in Betong, while Kapit and Lundu recorded 1 case each. Lundu district has now changed from a green zone to a yellow zone. The total cumulative number of COVID-19 cases in Sarawak now stands at 3,945 cases. Now, besides the COVID-19 pandemic, the rabies situation also raised concern among the community as there is no cure yet for the disease. According to Padawan Municipal Council or MPP Chairman Loh Kir Chiang, Sarawak recorded a cumulative of 16,279 dog bite cases. Commenting further, he urged the public not to be complacent about rabies and to send domestic pets for rabies vaccination. This is because 86% of bite cases involves pet dogs, and the vaccination was crucial to prevent the risk of rabies as well as keeping pets indoor to avoid roaming freely with strays. The matter should be addressed seriously due to the high fatality rate. Meanwhile, the areas with positive rabies cases were Kampong Punau, Kampong Kuap, Kampong Bumbo, Kampong Semaba, Kampong Sebetong, Jalan Datuk Stephen Yong and Kuching City Mall. Now, following the next update, as the management of Mary Hospital has decided to not allow visitors to enter Mary Hospital ward effective immediately on January 27. The decision was made known through a media statement by Mary Hospital management following the rise of COVID-19 cases recently.
According to the statement, only one caregiver is allowed to be with a patient. However, the entry and presence of caregivers in the ward will depend on the discretion of the ward managers involved. Every caregiver who obtained permission to be in the ward is advised to follow the orders of ward management from time to time, aside from adhering to health screening protocols that are implemented in the 2 entryways of the facility. Miri Hospital is a hybrid hospital that is responsible for managing positive COVID-19 cases, aside from delivering medical services for common clinical cases at the same time.
Thank you for staying with me. Now, in order to fight organisation corruption, the Sarawak Utility Ministry has launched the 2021 to 2025 Organisation Anti-Corruption Plan. Its Minister, Datuk Seri Stephen Rundi Utom, said it also serves to expand the e-utility system and the ministry's image.
Rundi said the upcoming 5-year preparation plan serves to raise awareness in his ministry's staff so that their duties can be carried out honestly and with integrity.
We just don't want to launch a plan without being able to do so. So we must practice what we preach. We must be able to do what we ought to do. So near the end, it's all about improving our delivery system. and also our image and also our reliability in terms of our doing our responsibility that is been tasked to us.
With regards to this, efforts to assure the community on his ministry's endeavor to fight corruption are also important, besides carrying out good administration and ensuring that values of integrity are integrated among officers. Thus, Stephen Rundi hopes that the initiative can improve the ministry's image, free from corruption and manned by officers of integrity and duty.
So we want the impact to be seen. Near the end, people are happy and of course they trust what we're doing. That means make us more reliable and dependable. That is what the intention is. God-fearing citizen. So therefore, this is something that our bringing up is very important. The moral value that we have is very important. So that is the gist of what I was trying to impress upon my colleague today and also even myself.
Meanwhile, the involvement of the Malaysian Armed Forces, or ATM, in Operation Benteng and Operation Penawar has proven that the level of asset preparedness is at a satisfactory level. This was stressed by Malaysian Armed Forces Chief General Tan Sri Afendi Buang in a statement on Wednesday.
According to him, this could be proven with the involvement of ATM and the continuous use of its assets in performing their duties. This includes patrolling, monitoring, intelligence gathering and support duties. In connection to this, ATM would need to strengthen and refine their execution of Op Benteng. This is aimed at preventing illegal immigrants from encroaching on national borders for fears of an outbreak of the coronavirus, thus crippling the government's efforts to stop the pandemic.
A good news, as famed local singer and sape musician Alina Muang will soon debut her latest single and new music video called Meno. Her latest work of art is scheduled to be released to fans on Friday.
According to Alina, Meno means a sense of longing for one's hometown that will forever be remembered and in the heart. She explained that the idea and inspiration for Meno's music video was sparked from memories of her olden days. She added that she reminisced on her past when her great-grandmother made a long journey far away from the highlands to Miri to start a business and trade. She said at the time they would sing Balian Meno, which in Kenyah stands for longing, thinking about something or somebody that's gone.
And I know that many people, bukan saja orang Sarawak ataupun orang Malaysia, tapi di dunia sekarang dalam situasi yang sama, rindu dengan orang, rindu dengan satu tempat. So I wanted to release this now. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to check out my YouTube page tomorrow, Friday, and enjoy the song.
Now on to the crime development, as the Malaysia-Indonesia border situated in southern Sarawak is one of the hotspots for human trafficking and smuggling activities in the state. According to Deputy Chief Minister Tan Sri James Jemut Masim, the areas were designated as such due to the many villages located on both sides that facilitate these illicit activities.
He, who is also Sarawak Border Security Committee JKSS chairman, said strengthening efforts is absolutely needed in light of the worrying border security situation. The state government also prioritizes preparing the necessary equipment for the relevant parties to improve their efficiency in carrying out their duties. Among the facilities to be provided for this purpose are patrol vehicles, including scrambler motorbikes, all-terrain vehicles, ATVs, as well as four-wheel drives. Solar-powered Connect-Me systems will also be installed in areas inaccessible to telecommunications towers. He added the system is suitable for remote border posts such as Tapak Megah, Pandora region in Kapit Division and Bak Lalan in Limbang Division that are facing difficulties in basic telecommunications facilities.
And that concludes TVS Nightline for tonight. And here at TVS, we would like to extend our Thaipusam greetings to Hindus across the nation. Here with me, Shal Shaminato, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.